Canada just had the costliest summer in its history. Hey guys, this is Seth, and in this video we'll see how costly this past summer had been in Canadian history. Canada never had this many disastrous events in single summer. There had been 4 of these events. Number 1, in July we had downpour in Toronto and surrounding areas. Nearly 100 millimeter of rain fell in a matter of hours. The series of strong thunderstorms produced rainfall. This rainfall was mostly in southern Ontario, with Toronto as the area heavily affected. The flooding it caused took over major highways, Union Station, and key transit hubs. Severe flooding happened in Don Valley Parkway, where Don River overflowed. Don Valley Parkway is one of the busiest highways in Toronto, with a capacity of 60,000 cars per day, and this capacity exceeds every day. The power was also knocked out for hundreds of thousands of people. Many small businesses had to incur huge losses. Their facilities were flooded. Residents had their basements flooded. The insured damages amounted to $940 million by this single event. The uninsured damages were never estimated, so in total the damages were higher than this figure. This downpour is compared with 2013 flooding, when the insured claims amounted to $1 billion. Second disaster happened in August, when Hurricane Debby hit the province of Quebec. In the wake of tropical storm, rainfalls reached up to 200 millimeter within 24 hours. The regions of Montreal, Laurentians, Lanaudière, and Maurice were flooded. For a short while, a large part of southern Quebec was also affected. In total, 52 municipalities were affected, and the 8 of them declared state of emergency. The rainfall caused flooded basements, washed out roads, and power outages. Several flights in Montreal were either delayed or cancelled. This was by far the costliest event in Quebec history. The insurance claims were from the flooded homes, businesses, and vehicles. The estimated damages were around $2.5 billion. This was estimated by Catastrophe Indices and Quantification Incorporation. These damages are apart from the damages that Quebec will have to incur in the face of skilled labor shortages that they are having. This means that they do not have the labor to rebuild all the things that have been destroyed. On July 22nd, a lightning storm in Athabasca Valley under strong winds ignited multiple fires in north and south of Jasper. Jasper is a town in Alberta. Around 25,000 people had to flee to surrounding areas for safety. The fire spread over 33,000 hectares of area. Total perimeter of the fire was 278 kilometers. This kind of fire has never been seen over a century in this area. The flames were rising 100 meters above the ground, starting numerous other fires. The fire was so intense that it made its own weather system. Pyrocumulonimbus cloud. 1/3 of the Jasper town buildings were destroyed. Areas turned into torched wastelands, hotels into rubbles, homes into melted debris. The Insurance Bureau of Canada put the estimate of insured losses at $880 million. This is the costliest insurance claim in the history of national parks in Canada. Nowhere in any national park had we had fires causing this much damage. It is also Canada's 9th costliest disaster for insurance payout. There had been 2,500 claims from Jasper Town. On August 5th, the significant and damaging hail, strong winds, and heavy rains in Calgary and surrounding areas became the 2nd costliest natural disaster in Canadian history. The hail swath was 120 kilometers long, 12 kilometers wide, and the hailstones were as big as chicken eggs. This caused broken windows, smashed car windshields, damaged roofs, decimated gardens, and damaged sidings of numerous houses on each street in Calgary. One survey suggests 35,000 houses were affected. This is 1 in 5 homes all over Calgary. At Calgary International Airport, dozens of planes were damaged. They were grounded for repairs. Numerous flights were delayed or cancelled. Calgary International Airport was itself damaged. A number of sections had to be closed. According to Insurance Bureau of Canada, there were insured losses amounting to $2.8 billion, making it the costliest event after 2016 McFort Murray wildfires in Canadian history. There were over 130,000 claims from this single event. The worst hailstorm Calgary had was in 2020, when the insured damages reached up to $1.2 billion. The recent hailstorm caused more than double those damages. All these disasters occurred in past summer, and more specifically in just 2 months of July and August. Putting together all the insured damages come down to the total of $7.12 billion. I shall repeat this. We incurred over $7 billion of losses in just 2 months of summer. The highest recorded loss year was 2016 with $5.96 billion in damages. This year hasn't ended yet. We still have 2.5 months to go. The insurance companies are inching towards $8 billion marks in insurance claims paid out or due to be paid out this year. There have been approximately 228,000 insurance claims until now. Every year insurance claims increase and they routinely go beyond $2 billion. Last year in 2023, the insured losses across Canada were $3.1 billion. In 2022, they were $3.4 billion. In 2021, $2.48 billion. And in 2020, $2.46 billion. Intact Insurance Corporation says that for every one insurable dollar, there is $3 to $4 which is uninsured, and that is paid by the government, businesses, or individuals. So the total loss is always higher. The Insurance Bureau of Canada says that insurers are not only paying out the claims, but they are also processing higher number of claims, which increases their operational cost. The staff members of the insurance companies are on the grounds helping communities to provide support to the affected people. Craig Stewart, Vice President, Climate Change and Federal Issues at Insurance Bureau of Canada, says that insurers have paid more claims and insurances than the federal government investment in climate adaptation in the past decade. The government has promised national flood insurance program, which the insurance industry has welcomed. But they say concrete steps need to be taken for this program to be effective. They want government to stop building homes on floodplains and areas prone to wildfires and invest more in disaster mitigation, like upgrading the stormwater infrastructure and making homes fireproof and floodproof. If the government does not do that, the insurers say they won't be able to support the program before 2026. What does that mean? Does that mean that insurers are taking a break in paying their claims for a year? Probably not. But they say that they won't be able to provide the support as much as they are providing right now. It is a known fact that major cities in Canada are built on waterways. The most populous city, Toronto, has hidden rivers underground. The ground there is already saturated and it does not absorb extra water. That's why flooding happens. This makes imperative that the new houses and new communities are built in the areas where there are less chances of flooding. The question is why such disasters are happening. I came across Canada's Climate Change Report, published in 2019. The report says that past and future warmings of Canada is on average about double the magnitude of global warming. So Canada is warming up really fast, like double the speed at which the whole world is warming up. The report predicted that there would be severity of heat waves, increase in wildfire risks, more intense rainfalls, and urban flooding, which is exactly what happened in the years following the report. It is an interesting report. If you want to read it, I'm going to leave the link in the description below. In the end of the video, I would like to mention a really good thing that I found in my research, that the loss of human life was not great thanks to the emergency response personnel like firefighters and people from the communities who offer help during the time of need. I hope you liked the video and your feedback will be appreciated. Thanks for watching.